Don't cross it.
Don't cross the stream.
All right.
Oh, shit. Here we go again.
Here we go. Nice.
All right, number 1, Tomb of Annihilation. All right, so the journey back from Candlekeep has been a fairly uneventful trip. There's good weather. You've had a run-in with some hungry wolves, a collection of ill-equipped bandits, and with Daldo choosing to attach himself to his newfound traveling companions, Fletcher, Craglar, and Callum, the group, along with Ander, easily dispatched any threat that rolled their way. A good 2 days from Baldur's Gate on the way back. However, the travelers happen upon a carriage stopped cockeyed on the road. Arrows litter its sides, and there's bodies strewn all about the road and the edges. The horses that pulled the carriage, or whatever beasts that were attached to it, are not there. They're gone. Standing among the carnage is a man in road-dusty scale mail, checking the neck. He leans down and checks the neck of one of the downed victims, clearly attempting to tend to the wounded and not pilfering. The group surveys the area for signs of threats. Fletcher spreads out to the side. Craglar takes another angle, and there's clearly footprints and activity that happened beyond the edges of the road, and whatever was in the carriage put up a fight. You see orc bodies strewn about. They're not the typical burly kind that are talked about in tales beyond the edges of Baldur's Gate, but they look menacing enough. Less menacing now that they're dead. As the group searches, the man at the carriage who's checking over the bodies notices a few folks from the group and warily hails them. And as the group approaches, you can see not only orc bodies, but the bodies of a few humans and half elves.
Are they wearing like uniforms or anything?
They're not wearing uniforms. They look like they're wearing just standard traveling garb. Nothing super distinct about them. There's clear evidence that the carriage had cargo. There's bits of it that have been ripped open, and boxes and sacks that have been opened up, and whatever supplies were in there have been strewn about, and you imagine something could have been taken. The other man with the group is you learn quickly is Jotun. Is that how you pronounce your name, Jim?
Okay.
Jotun.
Jotun.
Think of a show tune.
Perfect. He explains that he was heading away from Baldur's Gate and happened upon the carriage just moments before the rest of you showed up.
Insight check.
And was, yeah. Go for it.
Well, he's an asshole, but he's telling the truth.
That's right.
I think he murdered them all, orcs and humans alike.
And he had approached to check for survivors.
Well, it doesn't look like you're gonna find any.
Looking in the carriage, Daldo sees a gnome, incapacitated, but looks like there's a shallow breath.
This one's alive.
Yep. I found a survivor in the carriage.
I don't
I
have
will-
medicine.
Head right over
Yeah.
to him. And I will do a medicine check on him.
Her and
Her.
Yeah.
her.
Dang.
I got it wrong.
Yeah.
He's sexist.
My medicine check couldn't tell the sex. Okay.
Are we traveling on foot or are we traveling on wagon?
By foot.
Okay.
The escort that came to pick you up came by foot with no horses in tow.
Is it possible that I could just kind of make an investigation check on the surrounding area to see if I can learn any more information about the source of the attack?
Yeah, hold on one sec though.
Yep.
So medicine roll. This this gnome woman has been stabbed, and she's bleeding out. But you can stabilize her. She's still unconscious, but you check her over, and you can, if you wish, you can wrap some bandages around her and keep her from bleeding out.
I'm actually going to leave this up to the GM if he wants to roleplay it, because I can heal her too. Bring her back, but I don't know if you want to roleplay her.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah,
Okay.
if you want to keep her.
Yeah, Jim, it's completely your choice, Jim.
I know, I'm trying to be nice. Yeah, okay, so
Don't be nice, Jim. You're an asshole, remember?
Oh yeah, fuck. Alright, I heal her for that much.
All right. She she stirs a little. Eyes still closed, and they flutter open a few moments later. And she's still clearly in pain. And she's like, what?
You're safe. Hold on. What happened to you?
We were overtaken by orcs all around us.
I was going to say that.
Oh, you knew?
I was thinking of some snarky comment too. It's like it was probably these guys shouting. These big green guys over here.
Nate,
Well, I'll move on.
Scattered all about.
You can roll your investigation.
Okay.
Covered in O's and whatnot.
You look around and you can see most of the tussle was coming from one side of the road, but there's clearly arrows on the other sticking into the carriage on the other side as well. So while the brunt of the attack came from one side, they were attacked from both.
Okay.
Can I do a survival check to see if I can find tracks leading to or away
Yeah, go
from
ahead.
this? Alright.
You see a lot of tracks. There are definitely tracks heading to and from and around the carriage. All around the carriage, there was a scuffle. While there's arrows everywhere, there's clearly has been blood spilled from blade as well. So close to the carriage, it's hard to tell. There are footprints leading away on both sides. Let's. Can you guys see that roll? I just did?
Question marks.
It's question marks.
I heard it.
Nice.
Okay, perfect. That's okay. That's probably something I should have tested when you're doing the playthrough. Ander and Daldo. Daldo, as you're looking around, and Ander, just as you're kind of leaning up against the carriage or doing whatever you're doing, you both spot some movement in the trees off to your right.
Who's near me? Is there anyone near me?
Yeah. The near you is Daldo, and Kraglar's fairly close.
But I would assume that I would have noticed Daldo also noticing the movement.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right.
We kind of
Then
look at each other. Yeah.
I go, Kraglar, is it? Or do I?
Yeah.
Kraglar been traveling with us?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. The only new person is Jotun. Jotun.
Jotun.
Kraglar. Over in the trees.
The trees. I look over.
I point in the direction.
I
How
take a
far
look.
away from us is it?
It's a good 30 feet.
Okay.
There's a small cluster of trees, like three or so trees near there. There's you're in a fairly tree filled area at the moment.
So do I see an actual body, or is it just like a brief movement and they're hidden?
You saw some abnormal movement of branches.
Okay.
I'm going to start running in that direction.
Yeah, and I'm gonna follow him.
Oi.
All right, you start running, heading over there, and you get maybe 10 feet, and an arrow misses you, but embeds itself in the ground. Please roll initiative. We're starting with combat.
Everybody?
Ooh.
Everybody.
Oot.
What?
Yeah. Do we have to click on tokens or no?
No, but it does say there's no active combat or no active encounter.
Yeah.
Because it's paused right now.
Yeah.
Oh, I have to unpause it. Boom.
There you go.
Let me set it to the correct lighting. There we go. All right. So I start encounter by doing that.
Hey, since we're starting with combat, I have a question. How much should be in our inspiration pool? Because some of us have 3, and some of us have 1.
1 is what
Okay.
you should have.
Okay.
Oh, I actually raised mine because I thought you said it was 1 plus proficiency bonus. That
That's
was
the
the
max.
maximum
that
I
you
thought.
can earn. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yay, initiative worked.
Ooh, unknown combatant is cool.
Where do you see that?
That's in the initiative. I love it.
Where is it?
Unknown combatant.
I don't
Yeah.
see it. I just see us. Yeah, I don't see it either.
Look on the stream. You'll see it. It just says unknown combatant.
That's just for you, I guess.
Yeah, right?
Maybe.
Permission.
Are you sleeping with the DM? Are you? Do you have special access that we
You have
don't?
shaman powers?
Wouldn't you
they would
like
say
to
they're
know?
sleeping.
Oh wow, yeah, you do have that on your thing. That's odd.
Mhm.
Wait, but you don't have all the party members either, though.
Who?
Oh, I wonder if
Because unknown combatant is Deldo.
let me check to make sure Delda's permissions are appropriate.
Could just be I need to refresh.
I need to make sure that you are a friendly. Yeah, you're friendly, huh?
I'm
Yeah,
just that
I
mistaken.
just refreshed.
Yes, that's right.
So the mystery combatant has been resolved. Good game, guys. Good game. Holy smokes.
I find this to be too many dice rolls.
Yep, I am entirely in agreement that there are too many dice rolls happening.
All right. So do you see unknown I guess I could open the stream, but does it say unknown combatant as the number 1?
It just says unknown.
Unknown.
No, the stream is good now. It
Okay.
it was Daldo, and when I refreshed, he came in.
Okay. Awesome.
So, just something to note.
Nice of you to acknowledge that he has a name, Kalen. God.
Like turtle people.
Yeah, it's racist against turtles.
Yes.
They just call him unknown combatant.
That guy.
They all look the same to me.
I know. All those turtles are like.
Those shellbacks.
The
All right,
slander is so deep.
out of the woods, or out of the tree, jumps an orc. 5, 10.
Kill it with fire.
Kill it with something, but it won't be fire.
I'll be arrows.
That goes there, and
Oh, his name's GM. Oh no, that's the cursor.
and no, this will probably say what it's not. Hold on one sec.
Have we found out if we can shut the cursors off?
I didn't look.
Yeah, I was telling Matt that it's going to reveal where he's hiding tokens wherever his cursor goes.
Let me
Yeah,
check
Like,
that.
why does he keep clicking
like,
over by those
everyone.
trees? Yeah.
It's constantly moving. It's kind of weird.
I mean, it's there are some benefits, like you can see
Seeing what someone's
people's
circling.
yeah.
Yeah, if you want to
but
go
it's
over
like
here.
it's like if everyone had a laser pointer and we're all using a laser pointer.
Yeah.
all the time.
That's true. That's true. I'll spend like 5 seconds seeing if I can see it in the settings, and if I can't, then we're just gonna have to deal with it for now.
Yeah, I don't see it in the settings so far.
Yeah, I don't see it either. Token lights or yeah, no, I don't see it.
Yeah, don't
All
worry
right,
about
we'll
it.
just have to deal with it for now. All right, so that orc is carrying a bow and fires it at Jotun.
There's a simple setting for it, Matt. So
Where is it?
so if you go to core settings, configure your game settings, core settings,
Yep.
and then permission configuration. Or configure your permissions, I'm assuming. And then under permissions, you have display mouse cursor to player, trusted player, assistant GM, game master, and you can uncheck. And that way, at least your cursor will not.
I'll just turn everybody's off. I suppose. For now.
The fireflies are gone.
All the fireflies are gone.
All right. Cursors look like they're gone now.
Yep.
Yay.
Okay, cool. Jotun, you are hit with an arrow, causing 3 points of damage.
Burke.
Question. So the app allows us to adjust the hit points through there. Should we do that? Should I do that, or do you guys want to adjust your own hit points?
Fine with it. It's kind of neat too. My screen's turning red. My icon.
Nice.
Oh, really?
Oh, is it already set to automatic right now?
What do you mean?
Because Jim's already taken the damage and is showing it on his ring. Did he manually put that in, or did you?
Nope, Matt did it.
I clicked the button. Yeah.
And on my character sheet, you get a nice little red creep going on.
Yeah.
Another orc jumps out of the tree right near Ander.
Oh no!
Wielding a dagger. And
yeah. Yeah, I noticed that. That is cool, Jim. And the ring in the initiative order is going away too.
as he I need to pop out the initiative order. Here we go. He jumps out of the tree and swipes at you with a dagger, and clearly hit a rock as he landed, and the strike goes wide. Jotun.
Alright, so we see bad guys now. Right? Yep, there he is. I say, stay under cover! And I pull out my my crossbow and try to shoot the guy that I saw over here. Do it. Roll.
That's a hit.
Chris, get out of here.
That's a hit, and he falls. The crossbow goes right through his neck and pops out the other side, and he collapses to the ground, his bow breaking beneath him.
Oh, I gotta say that it's not my turn anymore. That's right. I forgot. How do I do that? Enter.
The bottom says end, I think.
Yep.
End turn, yep.
Do you guys all know how to pop out the tracker?
I just figured it out, yeah.
Perfect. All right, Fletcher.
Right. So, is Ander considered armed? Is he providing ally and combat benefits with this guy down here?
Yes, he is.
Well, then I'm gonna move over here, assuming I need to move to get a clear shot.
He's at least armed with fists, which is...
And I'm going to take a shot at that guy. Where's my...
By the way, I'm really liking the fact that it's reducing my ammo for me.
That is
nice.
pretty cool.
Swabap!
Oh, man.
Don't forget to
Nice.
add that.
You let loose an arrow, and it impales his chest. His dagger goes flying, and he drops down dead.
Yeah. Come on, save some for me, will you?
Yeah, right?
I kind of imagine that I only moved 10 feet, so I kind of like leapt backwards and in midair. Not even 2 steps, it's a cat thing, just a spring backwards.
Nice.
Yeah, you should be Fletcher 2 steps.
Done?
Yeah, oh, sorry, yeah. And where did you see the arrows get reduced, Jim? So I want to see that too.
If you set in your weapon what your ammo is, when you fire the weapon, it actually reduces it.
That's pretty
Where do you put
Under
that ammo?
inventory.
Okay, yep.
So I had it drop down on my crossbow for crossbow bolts next to it.
Oh, the drop down box. Look at that. But it doesn't have
This
an-
orc
Oh, so I got to
remains up in the tree and fires
doing this right.
an arrow toward Jotun, though the other tree is providing 3/4 cover.
Not doing it for me, Jim. Weird.
That is a miss.
I hope so.
It looks like you said it,
The-
but if you just now said it, Jeremy, it'll take
Yeah, it's
next
gonna give me
attack.
right.
Yeah.
So I can't adjust my consumables. I see.
You can right click and edit on it.
Oh, I think that number there is how many it shoots when you fire it. I was trying to change the number on the parentheses,
Oh, interesting.
but it's down here, yeah. But yeah, it won't let
The
me.
map maker.
Wait.
All right, I am gonna.
There
move.
we go.
Whoop.
All right.
Not what I wanted to do.
Map maker.
That is nice that
Right
it tracks
there.
arrows, so that'll save a lot of hassle.
And I am going to cast Bless on Kraglar and Jotun and why the hell not Daldo.
Oh Lord, bless this thy hand grenade, with thou mayst blow thy enemies a tiny bit in thy mercy.
Oh, yes. Oh, that's amazing.
Like a morning radio show for D&D.
This is the
Now, there
So
must be a
on-
way to turn on Bless here. Yep, it's already on. Okay.
Does that automatically do the bonuses now?
no, it doesn't. I don't know how to do that.
How did you... Oh, did you do that, Matt? Did you
I
put the
did.
Bless on, or did Jamie? Okay.
I don't know what the little icon that's on Kraglar is. That's next to the bless.
Nope, I did not mean Bane. Command plus.
Oops.
There we go. I got rid of it.
Yeah, I don't. I did not figure out how to set up the triggers, Nate. So we'll have to do that manually.
I meant
It's a
that.
whole new system.
That's what I meant.
Okay. So it was Kraglar, Daldo, and Jotun?
Correct. The three frontline fighters.
Perfect. All right. Excellent.
All right.
Um,
Current. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
you can go.
I only see my own token right now, so I'm gonna need some help here.
You don't.
Click on. See the one that looks like a bookmark on the left side, the journal notes.
Yep.
Click on that and see if that changes anything for you.
Bookmark?
Wait, what?
On the left side, I notice if I just click on just me, like the thing, I can only see myself. I have to click on something else.
Like basically, you're refreshing it by forcing a change of mode.
Yeah.
Do you see the map, the road, and everything else, or do you just see your
Yeah,
token?
I see everything on the map. I just don't see my
So
token. I just don't.
What he's saying is under the anvil, there's those 6 gray buttons
On the upper
Oh, I
right.
see.
I mean, upper left.
in the upper left.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, yep. That
Just
is-
click on one of those.
Perfect. Thank you. All right.
Amy is cool.
All right.
No.
This orc from the tree, the one that you first saw, jumps down and seeing a big half orc in front of him, gets a gleam in his eye, drops his bow, and pulls out a great axe and rushes at Kraglar.
Nice.
And critically fails. So it goes wide. Kraglar ducks and it knocks the axe out of the way as it swings over his head. Daldo.
All right. I will move to flank that orc, and I will attack him.
If you kill this guy and don't say turtle power, I'm going to be so disappointed.
Maybe cowabunga every once in a while, you know?
I know you gotta do something, man.
I'm trying to remember. How do I attack with advantage?
So you just roll your attack, and then there'll be on the roll. There's going to be an icon that has a plus on it, and you click that, and then it rolls a second.
Got it.
When you mouse over it, it turns to a plus.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm trying to. So,
Like,
don't I
where
just
you're-
click on my quarterstaff to attack? Or is it?
Yeah,
oh,
you-
no.
You do your attack first, and then yeah,
There it is.
Nice.
and then over on the when you mouse over the attack number over to the right, there's another number there. If you click on that plus, it does the advantage.
Got it. Okay. So, ugh. So,
All right.
2 damage.
You clank the quarterstaff across his head, and he looks really upset about it.
Aw.
But it doesn't seem to do a whole lot.
And then I'm going to, as a bonus action, throw a healing word to Jotun
Oh, thanks.
for 5 healing.
Very
That's
nice.
really sweet of you.
And that'll do it.
What a sweetheart.
I'm a sweet person.
Are you able to heal yourself with that, Jim? If you
I was looking to see whether I could do it from the button or not. Let me try. I think I can.
Nice.
Nice.
That's awesome. Okay, cool. All right. This guy. There's another one that jumps out of the tree near the first one that died. And he runs to here with his bow out and fires at Daldo. and that is a critical hit.
Ooh.
Nice.
But both the damage rolls were a 1. So the
Touche.
the arrow flies out and slams into your arm right above the elbow, your right arm, causing 4 points of damage. Delta 4. Yes, use crit. Here we go.
Ouch.
And then this guy.
Oh.
An orc steps out from behind the tree and fires at Callum.
Oof.
Hey!
Hear Caleb yell out, "Ow!"
And that is a miss.
Nice.
The arrow embeds itself in the ground, right in front of you.
Okay.
And then I have to scrub this guy. And this guy jumps out of the tree and bull rushes Fletcher with a dagger.
Oh, you asshat.
And hits AC 7
Ooh, I'm so scared.
for 6
Vicious.
points of damage. So he runs forward, you're facing the direction, and just as you hear him and turn around, he jams the knife right into your back.
For some reason, I thought you said he hits AC 7. So I was like,
That's what I thought
No.
you said.
No, 11.
Oh, yeah.
what's my armor class?
14.
11.
14.
No.
Oh, that was your hit points. Okay, no, he doesn't cause that damage. I'm looking at the party overview. So he... I'm going to heal you for that damage. It's a dagger of damage and healing.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, my bad. Yeah, so he goes and you spin around. Thank you very much. You spin around and knock his blade wide.
Okay.
It would have... You foretold
Yeah.
in your mind that it would have caused a lot of damage.
Yeah.
Callum.
Okay. I am. Let's see. I don't like the guy with the bow. So I'm going on the opposite side of the cart. And I am going to
Toll the dead.
All right. On that guy. Wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, DC 13.
Oh, critical fail.
So hold on. I need to change it to a D12 because he is actually. It doesn't let me, so I'm just gonna have to roll a D12.
Okay.
8 points.
8 points of damage. All right.
All right. I would like to. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, no, go ahead. So a gong sounds, and the orc looks incredibly shaken, and as his skin seems to expand outward and then sink in, as his life force seeps out of him slowly.
Yeah. I would like to send my familiar, which I cannot seem to drag him to the map.
I'll put him.
There we go. I'm going to. I need to probably roll initiative for him. Right. And I'm going to have him move behind. So I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna get him over here behind Kraglar, and I'm gonna try and send him into the forest.
On his turn.
On his
right?
turn, correct.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's going to go into the forest.
I'm just giving him instructions, and that will end my turn.
All right, Kraglar.
All right. As a bonus action, I'm going to fly into a rage,
Yeah.
and then I'm going to hit this guy.
All I could think of was your kilt hitting the ground.
Please no.
I guess I do this. Oops. Okay. And then this is not working. Critical miss. See if the D4
Well, you have
is probably
advantage.
not going to hit. Oh yeah.
Yep. Oh,
The
there we
opposite
go.
of a critical. Well, almost opposite.
that hits.
And then, whoops, that's not what I want
No, it's not critical, but
to do.
that's fine.
So it's a 9. It's actually 11 damage because I'm raging. That's extra +2.
Oh, all right. You
Holy cow!
let out a bellow, and he's locked in combat with Daldo, having been knocked in the head with a quarterstaff. You let out a bellow and lift up your great axe and decapitate him, blood spurting out onto the poor turtle.
Oh man!
Yes.
Now he's a painted turtle.
All right. Oh, now I have to end turn. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And
The sneaky guys.
uh,
Every time I look, there's more sneaky guys.
what is the target that's on the ground from Daldo?
That's a good
Is that on
question.
purpose?
Yeah, that was an accident. Sorry.
All right, sorry. Okay. This orc pulls out a dagger, jumps down from the tree, and runs 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, right to Jotun and strikes. And misses. So he swipes at you, and you easily bat it out of the way. Spidey. Familiar.
All right. So I am going to roll stealth.
Okay.
And then 10, 15, 20. I'm going to go over here to this tree and just kind of try and stay hidden.
Okay.
That'll do it.
All right. Jotun.
Jotun. Alright, Jotun is going to cast Sleep. Starting at this point.
Ooh.
So he should possibly hit those guys there.
What's the radius? 20?
20.
I think you can draw it with one of the tools.
Yeah, you actually.
Yeah,
I think if you
it
get
actually
that
gave it
ability-
to me. See?
Yeah.
It gave me the tool afterwards, after I rolled it.
Nice.
So
Oh, that's awesome.
26 points of
Holy cow! You rolled
hit
max.
points. So
Wow. So that targets the lowest hit points first.
yeah, and goes up through the ranks till I run out of points.
Okay. So this guy's napping. This guy's napping. And this guy is napping.
Dang! Dude, that was impressive.
That's huge.
You mumble a few words, and You hear the tone from your god, and then those 3 orcs fall down unconscious.
The loony likes it when they sleep.
End turn, Jim, or are you still doing stuff?
Yep,
All right.
I do it.
All right. Well, since this guy's like right up on my face, I'm gonna drop my bow on the ground, use my free item interaction to draw my rapier and stab this fricker in the face.
All right, go for it.
Oh, well, at least it's not disadvantage.
He goes to stab you. You dodge out of the way. You come around with your scimitar, and he catches it with his the hilt on his hilt. Is that what it is?
Yeah. It's
The crossguard on his dagger, and
Okay.
flings your scimitars to the side.
It's a
Roll on.
rapier. Don't fling my rapier front to the side. No, that's all right.
Rapier to the side.
I hiss at him, and then that's my turn.
All right.
Bonus action hiss.
Can I just take a moment to express my admiration for Jeremy's token and that incredible framing? Good lord. That thing is
I did that on purpose.
amazing. It is breathtaking.
All right. All right, Ander.
I am going to move to here. And I am going to fire my crossbow at the guy directly to the south.
This guy. That is a hit.
Okay. How do I roll for damage?
Where's the damage?
I don't know. Where is the damage?
Did you do alt roll or regular roll?
No, I just did attack.
Oh, if you do roll, it does both.
There you go. 7 points.
7 points. All right. Your crossbow bolt finds his ear
Ow!
and disappears into his skull somewhere, and he falls.
Somewhere.
I didn't know you were a mage.
Where is there he is. And he crumples over.
Those tacos.
No. It's this really delicious chicken basil and tomato wrap that Abby makes. It's so good. Are you done?
Oh, sorry.
Daldo.
I'll do
Alright, I'm going to move to there. And then I am going. Where did everybody go? I just lost all the tokens again.
Oh, no.
There we go.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
good.
click on one of those
We're good.
boxes again. It that does that to me too. I don't know why.
Yeah, like every time I make a. Okay. And I'm going to cast Thorn Whip at the uninjured guy up to the northeast of where I am at.
This guy right here?
Ooh, wow. Nice attack.
18 for 4 damage, and it pulls him 10 feet toward me.
Oh, wow. Elijah.
Come here.
Get over here.
Get over here.
Yeah. So you reach out your hand, and a vine covered in thorns reaches out around the tree, grabs him around the head, and yanks him, yanking a dead body 10 feet closer to you as it slams into the trunk of the tree.
Excellent.
The little guy pops out of the bottom and goes, Toasty!
Friendship.
That'll do it for me.
All right. That orc is sleeping. Caleb. Calum or Callum?
It is Callum.
All right.
Okay. So that guy's. All right. Well, I am going to.
Let's see how bloodthirsty you are.
I'm gonna move here. So Dalda uses the Thorn Whip. It's just the three that are sleeping, yes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
They've surrendered.
Oh, they have surrendered or they're asleep? How did they surrender?
I only see the two. Where's the last one? Is he behind
They
the tree
surrendered
somewhere?
by falling down and pretending to sleep.
They surrendered to sleep.
There's one here, Jeremy.
Yeah, I see these two, the ones closest to me. I'm assuming the one's behind a tree.
Yep.
So technically, are we out of combat then?
He's in the shadow, yep.
That's up to you guys.
Yeah, if they're all three asleep.
Well, sleep lasts for a
1
minute,
minute.
right?
A minute. Long enough to
Yeah,
tie
so-
him up.
I literally was getting the rope out of my bag. If you were looking at me,
I'd rather use the rope from the wagon. If there's any on there.
You could hunt for it, but that'll take longer than a minute.
I'm at least going to disarm the one that's near me.
I got manacles.
Ooh.
Okay. Oh, wow. All right.
Must be part of my background.
So you in combat.
I have a mess kit.
Which
Cook 'em
one
up.
looks bigger and meaner? The guy back here.
Yep, the guy back there.
I'll slap the manacles on that guy, assuming we're out of combat.
Yep.
All right, I'll go over to this one and tie him up while
Oops. Oh yeah.
you guys are doing that. Stop
Get off
measuring
the ruler.
things, damn it! Why are you
Yeah.
measuring things?
Oh yeah, I was also measuring things.
We're just all drawing lines. Clank. Slap the manacles on until I can find suitable rope to get my manacles back.
And after
All
I
right.
tie him, I'm going to go over and do a medical roll on Daldo.
How far are we from town?
2 days.
Oh. Hmm.
Fair
We're
enough.
heading to Candlekeep, right?
No, you're heading back.
Oh, we're heading back to Baldur's Gate. Ah.
Yeah. You've acquired Ander, and are heading back to Baldur's Gate.
I know what
Yeah,
happens to orcs
why?
at Baldur's Gate. Might as well kill them here.
I'm not going to kill unarmed man, furry one.
Medicine roll. So medicine doesn't
Do anything useful?
Yeah, it like
Can I make him stop bleeding?
yeah. You can just you can bandage him up, but that won't.
I'm
require-
basically just role playing it. Don't worry.
I wasn't suggesting we kill him. I'm just saying if we bring him back to Baldur's Gate, that's what's going to happen to him.
Can we
What
at
are
least
other alternatives?
get all three of them together so that they're not in like
Yeah.
you can watch them?
Yeah, let's tie him to the cart.
Yeah, that's a even better idea. I'll get
While
out of the
this
way.
is going
My
on,
manacles
I
back.
am jotting some stuff down in a notebook.
I retrieve my bow. And
Like-
then
Well,
I'm
I'm-
Like I stop anytime someone says something, I like stop and wait for them to say something, and then once they say something, I continue.
That's not creepy.
he just looks expectantly.
Are you writing down what I'm saying? Wait. Did you just write that down?
Here's every word you've ever said. Please sign.
The as you guys, I just want to say, as you guys bring the orcs over, they are clearly angry and remaining silent and glaring. The two smaller, scrawnier looking ones look a little less aggressive and more worried, and the big one looks like he's just biding his time. Sort that kind of glare.
Anybody here speak orc?
Well, I do.
Glaring is bad for your face.
It leads to punching.
I'm sure they speak common.
Yeah.
This gal.
Well, it's a good thing you folks showed up when you did. I don't think I could have taken them all.
If they're not gonna speak, that limits our options. Like I said, bringing them back to Baldur's Gate's a death sentence. Be doing them a mercy, killing them here. Not that I'm suggesting it.
But you are.
It's also risky having 3 orc prisoners when they're just going to be executed immediately anyway.
You want the horses? I can give you the horses back.
Illegal?
Being an orc.
Is that in common?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's negotiating. Are you trying to beg for your life?
I don't beg.
Maybe that was a good time to start.
We could have killed you, but we didn't.
I'm gonna roll this because it's fun.
He snorts. Let's see.
I'd say we'll leave it up to the halfling. No.
Can I roll insight to see if I think he's going to turn on us? Or
Yeah, go ahead. He looks a little cowed at what you were saying, and Jotun, any fight that was in his eyes have dwindled such that he looks actively worried now with the threats that are going his way.
good, we understand each other then. I kind of what's the word I'm looking for? Crouch down in front of him and I say, it doesn't have to go badly for you.
The gnome that came to right before combat started is standing up and climbing out of the back of the carriage.
Be careful.
And she says, she walks over to one of the scrawnier ones, and she kicks him hard, fairly hard on the leg, and she says, these bastards took the lives of some very important people to me. They don't need to go back to Baldur's Gate. They don't need to go anywhere.
You don't want to do this. Just because they did something wrong doesn't mean that you want to be like that. Not everybody knows to do the right thing. I think you do.
She wipes a little blood that's on the corner of her mouth, and points at some of the bodies that are around. These were my friends. They don't get a second chance. No matter how much money we have, their lives are gone.
Might I point out, I mean, I don't mean to be an advocate for the orcs, but whose friends are those? And I point to the dead orcs.
Yeah.
We didn't attack them until they attacked us. I don't care who their friends are.
I'm going to speak up and just say, you and they both know what their fate will be. If we bring them back, justice will be served, and they will get what's coming to them.
Then why not be done with it now and save us all the trouble?
Terrible. Listen, I don't think that you want this. I know you're angry. Obviously, my role cannot support this, but I try anyway.
I'm not angry. I don't know the people that these orcs killed, but I'm also not one to defend the sovereignty of orcs. They're good. They're kind of a blight, and I would not shed a single tear if we executed all 3 of these orcs.
And a couple of years ago, someone would have said the same of me.
In another world, an orc heart is slowly breaking.
I was actually going to ask. I don't know enough about this setting to know the relationship that most of civilization has with orcs. Are orcs considered a sentient race with,
I think there are nations on other areas of the continent, like whole areas that are all orc and stuff. But out this way, they're more tribal and marauders and bandits.
I mean, they are a race. They're sentient. They are aggressive. They tend toward aggression. Yeah.
And they also murdered a bunch of innocent people and tried to murder us. I really don't hold a lot of mercy for them. And they won't in Baldur's Gate either.
Yeah, but there's a difference between like just out and out slicing some unarmed guy's throat versus fighting too.
Yeah.
Let's untie them and give them their weapons back and then kill them.
all right.
Is there any type of a reward
if we bring them back?
if we bring them back?
Like,
Fletcher, you and Kraglar also know that the Flaming Fist will pay a pittance, but they'll pay something for any orc head from the roads.
Head or bot living?
Yes.
well, living will become heads by the time we get back to the city. I think
That's right.
It's kind of where it's at. Yeah.
And heads are lighter to carry.
So that's true. In fact, while everyone's discussing this, I'll probably go around and start gathering up some heads.
Oh.
Perfect.
Hey, I got trained by the Flaming Fist. That's nothing to me now.
You better bring Kraglar with you because chopping off heads
Yeah,
with the rapier.
separating the yeah. Well, it'll take a little while.
I'm gonna
Hatch around here
follow
somewhere.
20 feet behind Fletcher, and as he's lopping off a head, in my journal, I'm going to make a caricature of a humanoid cat lopping off an orc head.
And as he's making,
I'm not going to show him.
I'm going to follow.
I'm not going to show him. I'm just going to write down in the journal as he does it.
Yeah, and I'm going to follow behind and loot the corpses so that I can repay the gnome woman for what they stole from her.
Well, they stole her friends. That's kind of hard to repay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Who
But
is there?
Revenge doesn't bring your friends back as I'm hacking off the heads.
Who's in charge of our company?
I don't think we have an in charge person.
So, but who's
Highest
the one,
charisma wins.
who's the one that was being hired, like to bring
Fletcher.
So
Fletcher.
Fletcher
I'm
hired.
gonna turn to Fletcher because I know Fletcher and I know he was in the watch, and I'm just gonna shrug and say, I'll leave it up to you what you do with these, and then that's it. I'm gonna be done with the whole conversation.
The gnome woman kind of throws up her hand. She says, "Do with him what you will. Thank you. I appreciate it. My name is Thimdy. I would be very much in your debt if I could accompany you the rest of the way to hopefully Baldur's Gate."
That is our destination.
Not I. I have a mission Candlekeep.
You're going the wrong way.
Didn't you come from Candlekeep?
Didn't we just come from Candlekeep? Or is that where we're
Yeah.
headed? I'm already-
Yeah, I was
So we came
going.
from
I'm
there.
going the way you guys came.
Oh, okay.
He was leaving Baldur's Gate. You were leaving Candlekeep.
Oh no! Now how do we grab Jim and bring him with us?
We roleplay it and find a way.
All right. Well, I'm gonna suggest now that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 orc heads, that we give these 3 their weapons back, a stern reprimand, and a threat of violence, and we send them back into the woods. That's my suggestion.
I'm all for that.
My suggestion is we give them a weapon back and let me face them each one by one to the death. And whoever's the victor
Oh,
is to walk away.
that's no contest. They could fight you 3-on-1 and it would have the same outcome. And I'm definitely saying that pointedly at the orcs.
I'll take you up on that bet, sir.
Damn it.
We will go. We won't.
You forget
we
my
won't harm
character's a
anyone.
gambler.
Yeah, does he sound honest? Yeah. Well, I don't know if I believe you.
I got 5 gold on the orcs.
That's love right there.
Right?
So tell me of the road on the way to the Candlekeep.
2 days. You should come with us. For reasons.
Yes, I need to find the map makers. The map
Oh.
makers, sorry.
Funny that you should
am
mention
the
that,
map
my
maker.
friend. Because we have 2 map
I am
makers.
the best map maker on this continent.
Truly.
Possibly the
I am.
planet
Have you
for
not
I am.
heard my name before? I am Ander Finch, the map maker.
Sorry, it's not funny, but it's just funny.
Map maker, all caps.
Behind him, rolling my eyes.
With a backpack full of maps, too.
Yeah, exactly.
And you came from Candlekeep?
Yes.
Yeah.
What do you need in Candlekeep?
I was just told to go to Candlekeep and find the map maker. Salune bids me.
Well, you have found him.
I didn't find you in
The
Candlekeep.
one and only.
Maybe I was
But I
late.
was in Candlekeep.
Ah,
Yeah, we.
I need to pray about this.
No need praying. Have you heard?
What time of day is it? It might be a good point. to set
Have
up
you
camp.
heard of the goddess? I don't pause. Don't pause. What the hell is my biography?
Timora. Or Timora.
Kamora. Have you heard of the mighty Kamora?
Gamora.
Yeah, did her goddess
Gamera?
make your goddess? That's kidding. I don't know enough about religion to say that. No, to be honest, I'm relatively new to religious trappings. But you truly are called the map maker, and I'm going to make an insight check that I will succeed at.
I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna smirk, and then I'm just kind of take my hands and kind of go around to my traveling companions and be like, see if they say anything. Like, yeah, that's what they call them.
None of them support you.
I mean, I heard he was the greatest map maker on all of Tutorial. Of course, I heard it from him.
See?
Fletcher, Craglar, and Callum know that they are also traveling with another maker of maps.
Right.
Yes, Dalbo over there makes maps too.
Right. But does the tortoise,
Wait a minute.
turtle, whatever you are, do you have a letter asking for your presence from the great Volo himself?
Well, no, I don't.
Wait a minute. Your name is Daldo?
Yes, my name is Galdo.
I've heard of you. My brother Germanus talked about a druid who was a turtle that was a map maker. Perhaps you are the one I'm looking for.
I'm looking at Andrew's face.
Wait. What? There can only be one map maker.
No, this.
Yes.
The signs point to Deldo. That's just too fortuitous.
For tortoise?
I would trust someone named after an idol of a fertility god.
I think that's Dildo.
What's funny is when we first started this game and all the names were phallic, I just changed the I to an A in dildo, and that's where my name came from, actually.
Awesome. Oh, that's perfect.
I wonder how long it would take for that joke to come up. I have been on the brink of saying dildo many
One
times.
session. What about an hour, Matt?
All right.
Not too bad.
Well, this is either way. If you were coming from Candlekeep, perhaps this is exactly what I need. So Lydia would tell me otherwise, I imagine. So yes, actually, I would like to travel with you if that would be all right.
What time of day is it?
It is late afternoon.
Even if everyone
And look
is
at the sky.
ignoring me and they continue to travel towards Baldur's Gate, I'm just standing there with the letter that I have in the air. I'm just waiting for someone to ask me what the letter is.
How many times have you done this since you've been in the party?
3 times.
Timothy says, "All right, map maker, I'll bite. What's on the letter?"
Wait, who the hell are you?
That's the gnome we rescued. Or
Yep.
halfling.
No.
No, yeah.
I'm cutting free the orcs while all these conversations are going on.
Wait a minute, he's holding a letter?
And I'm
I
like,
am indeed, good sir.
if I hear any tale of any more orcs on this road,
I
will fight
I cut Fletcher off.
What?
Ahem.
Busy.
Ahem. And I unfold the letter slowly. Ahem.
Oh, please, would you please read your letter, sir?
Ender Finch, we have heard word from Baldur's Gate that the well-traveled and well-funded Volothamp Gedem
Arm.
is indeed of map-making services from someone
Spell.
of your great and wondrous caliber. Matt is laughing for a reason and is willing to pay a kingdom's expense in guild fees and reward as Mr. Goddamn has put a hefty amount befitting of this task. As you are situated so close to Baldur's Gate, and your dues are paid in full, because I always pay my dues, we extend Mr. Gedam's opportunity to you. Please send word to the Guild Hall in Candlekeep of your interest in this pursuit. If you are interested, Mr. Gedam requests your presence, the great mapmaker of Baldur's Gate, at the Three Old Kings in Baldur's Gate in 1 week's time. See? And then
When did they write that?
I slowly fold that up and I put it in my pocket.
I give a
Who
slow
the hell
clap,
is Volo get him?
as derisive as possible. Just
So,
I go back to what I was doing with the orcs.
Yeah, so Daldo, how long
go,
have you been a
good
map
sir.
maker?
I've been making maps for the last dozen or so years.
Oh, yeah, you must be an expert then.
I've been told that I'm an expert. Yes.
I am insulted, and I continue on towards Baldur's Gate.
I'm going to continue with looting the bodies before I follow. Do we find anything?
Did those orcs bring us the horses they offered, or probably not? Because I didn't follow up on that. Yeah. So we don't have a wagon.
You gave them their stuff, and they made their way away.
Nice, Jamie.
A plus move. Do we find anything on the bodies of the orcs that we killed?
There is a total of 115 gold.
Ooh.
Which
is there a party treasure tab we can add to?
Which Thimdy notes that is almost the amount that was taken.
Yeah.
All right, so we should probably return that to her.
They have daggers, bows, arrows, and
arrows.
Ratty leather armor.
Did you say almost the amount?
Yeah,
Those are the ones we let go. Yeah.
Probably still have some.
We didn't search them. Come on now.
Can you salvage crossbow bolts? Is it like some percentage chance to salvage them?
Yeah. You can reclaim 50% of what you've spent.
Alright, so I have to wait till next time to try to reclaim one.
Okay. They were using bows or crossbows?
I used a crossbow.
Right, but when the orcs had something.
They had bows.
Short bows?
Yeah, so
arrows for you.
Can I grab a dozen arrows off of them just for later?
Yep. Jim, you can reclaim how many
just one. So I figured next one I can reclaim.
I mean, you could bust open the head that it.
Oops! Why did I roll an attack? I was just changing arrows to my. All right, whatever.
Who was it that embedded it in the head of the orc? Was that?
That was Ander.
Okay, that was Ander.
Yep.
Okay.
That one comes out.
Ander's muted.
I'm already halfway to Baldur's Gate.
That's why he's muted, because we can't hear him talking.
Exactly.
He's still talking.
Around.
Yeah.
God damn it! If my brother was here,
At least one of us would be dead by now.
maybe
Only in your sleep.
the orcs would definitely be dead.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, we should probably catch up with him before he runs into trouble.
Yeah.
Or
I didn't
causes
say that in character because I would have had a gruffer voice. Watch it. The accent will make it to about the second game, then I'll forget.
We didn't hear the horses in the area or anything, right? They kind of ran off.
Yeah, they.
No, there was no sign of the horses.
Yeah.
They did before we got there.
Yeah, you can make the assumption there were more orcs than what you were dealing with.
How far
Not a
is
good reason not to stay here.
How far is the rest of the trip to Baldur's Gate?
2 days.
Okay, so we're exactly in the middle of Candlekeep and Baldur's Gate, I think, because you see.
You can go fast. You can go faster, right? You can force a march if you wish to.
Yeah. We've got a week. It sounds like.
Yeah.
So. But yeah, let's catch up to him. We'll give him some space, let him cool down.
All right.
And just far enough back that if another orc ambush pops out of nowhere, we can save him.
Just far enough back so we can't hear him ranting as he walks down the
road. Make our introductions to Jotun.
Yeah, go ahead.
You can call me Fletcher.
Because you use a bow?
That's right! You're a quick one.
Nice. I'm Jotun.
You wear an armor,
the others.
Jim?
Yeah, scale.
Holy symbol, shield?
Yep.
Oh,
Holy symbol of of Saloon. Yes, Saloon. Sorry.
I don't have religion, so I probably have no idea who that is.
I think she's relatively obscure now, anyway, isn't she?
I don't know.
She's
Probably.
It was hard for me to follow the history of her like going up and down in popularity and stuff. She had a big temple in Waterdeep, but I can't figure out if that's now or what.
I would assume I'm familiar with Tamora because of the gambling and luck and very rogue happy god.
And Fletcher doesn't shut. I mean, Fletcher. Andrew doesn't stop talking about her.
If not, in the last couple of days, I probably would have told you all about her.
You've elaborated on it, yeah. Yeah.
I don't know how to actually share a thing yet that isn't already a handout, so I just dragged a token onto the map. This is the gal that you're traveling with.
Okay.
Kind of looks like a Karen to me.
Looks druidy.
I can't tell if that's a bow or a
It's like a staff.
staff. Okay. Almost looks like
With a lute on it.
weird crossbow.
The strings. Oh.
Yeah.
The staff of looting.
What about the rest of you? Have you names, or I know Daldo,
Coffee, I'll be right back.
the map maker.
Yeah, I'm a Keglar of the Great Worm Tribe up in, the hell's it called? Up by Icewind Dale.
I've never been that far north.
Not many.
To be honest, I've never been this far north. What about the guy with the red beard? Oh wait, no, I mean scarred face.
I'll nod towards you and say, the name's Callum.
How do you do? Nice spider.
I just give you a nod as he's perched on my shoulder.
Sit your beauty on fire. Is he gonna keep walking up front the whole time?
You can catch up with him.
Ander! Great map maker!
Not funny. I know you're talking about Daldo.
Well, I was, but now I'm talking to you. Why don't you tell us your story?
We are on our way to Baldur's Gate. I am not stepping back.
Oh, he's pleasant.
And so it goes for the next couple of days as you walk and small talk toward Baldur's Gate. If there's any specific bit of information you would like to share or discuss amongst anyone in your party, feel free to let me know. Otherwise,
Can we assume a long rest?
yes, a long rest for sure. The rest of the journey to Baldur's Gate is uneventful.
Okay.
Where's that long rest button? I thought there was a long rest button.
If you look under your character sheet, there's a little bed right to the left of your portrait, and you can take a rest, long or short.
I'll take a long one.
It's not doing anything for me, but
Got my spells back.
Long rested. I think it's. I didn't realize I'd be able to see the updates as you did them. That's cool.
Yeah, that way we can't screw you over.
That's right. I'll wait for Jeremy to get back. So, I'll wait for Jeremy. I want to speak, but I'll wait.
So interesting. I could not do the long rest with my character sheet popped out, but I could
oh, that's
once
maybe that's what's going on.
I popped back in.
Yeah, it worked for me, but it does seem like pop out does do some weird things. Like when you right click, you get actually the menu for the browser instead of the normal right click actions too. I think it's just weird when it's popped out.
Yep. So popping it in worked for me as well. Perfect.
Is there any anything you want to discuss with Thimdy on your 2 days back to Baldur's Gate?
I'm curious to see where they were headed, because I can't tell if they're heading in the same direction as us, to Baldur's Gate, or if they were heading away.
Well, she said she wanted to go with us the rest of the way to Baldur's Gate.
That's right.
What were you transporting?
Information.
And you said the orcs stole it from you?
We're heading to Baldur's Gate.
Is this conversation that we're having at one night's campfire, or is this as we're walking?
Probably during the campfire one of the evenings. She's not super forthcoming with information, but she's also not resistant.
Is it top secret information?
It's not top secret, no. It's information for someone in Baldur's Gate. Sindra Sylvain. Do you know her?
Do I know her?
I don't know. Do we know her?
Ma'am! I don't know if that's relevant.
History. Yeah, well, that'll work. Fletcher, Callum, you would also recognize the name. That is a fairly prominent merchant in Baldur's Gate. Callum, you would know because in your past days, pre-wizardry, you know a lot of the comings and goings of the merchant class and things that are done. Syndra is an ex-adventurer, so she used to. She's older. She's old now and retired and a merchant, but she has 10 history. But she's been around the block a time or two and traveled Faerun. Fletcher, you know through some conversations with folks in the Flaming Fist from time to time that she is associated with a group called the Harpers.
And I'm sure the Flaming Fist don't like the Harpers all that much.
They're not big fans of the Harpers.
Yeah. So I would have heard her in references to, God damn that woman.
Yeah.
Okay.
For anyone who doesn't know, the Harpers are kind of meddlers in a loose sense. They're typically spellcasters and spies that try to knock down abuses of power
in the open.
Not usually, no.
Yeah, not very out in the open. Yeah, they're not a big fan of abuses of power, and they try to knock them down. And the Flaming Fist is a mercenary group that's in control of Baldur's Gate, and obviously mercenary groups have strange alliances. So Flaming Fist and Harpers are at odds from time to time. Particularly Ravensguard, the Duke that heads up the Flaming Fist in Baldur's Gate.
I kind of keep it close to my vest. I know who she is, but I'm not gonna go, oh yeah, her, yeah. What kind of information? Dangerous?
No, it could be. It could be. I don't know yet. Concerning information. A couple things concerning.
How so?
The thing that I can tell you, which you'll probably pick up, and maybe you've already heard already, there is... Those words that I said about my fallen comrades back there, the reason why I didn't ask anyone to bring them with us is because they cannot be resurrected, despite what coin I have. I'm sure this is a... she looks over to Joe Toon, who's clearly wearing the symbol of his god. Andrew, do you wear a holy symbol that's visible at all?
I do.
You do? Okay. Okay. She looks to both of you and she says, perhaps you've already heard of this from your own temples or churches or enclaves or whatever you call them?
Huh. My church is a gambling hall, ma'am.
Yes, but I know that your god is a god, and there are followers, no matter whether they call them clerics or luck bringers. They follow and pray just like everyone else. It just happens to involve coin.
I look at Caleb and wrecked.
Well,
I've never heard of this.
I have not heard of your cause. So, read that as you will.
I too haven't. Tell us about it.
Well, this is just this is word that the problem that has been experienced in some of the key cities is being felt in broader areas of the world as well. People cannot be brought back from the dead.
What do you mean?
Resurrection, raising from the dead, whether you're a necromancer or a priest, it doesn't matter.
Good thing I don't plan on dying anytime soon, then, eh?
There's this. Pensive. So, people are simply staying dead no matter what the priests do.
They're not returning. That's all I know.
That Father Bernard, I would have a problem with this. Oh wait, wrong game.
Can you roll? Anyone who wants to roll insight?
Like rolling insight.
Wow. I look like I'm not paying attention, but my tail is straight up.
With a little hook that's going like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, Fletcher, Callum, and Joe Toon, you know that it's likely the information she's telling you now, while she is bringing it to Baldur's Gate, and is useful. She could have sent that by pigeon or sending stone or all different other means. There's clearly something else she's coming with. She has some other information that she's clearly not sharing that would drive her to go to Baldur's Gate.
Where did you come by this information?
She looks at you.
Yeah,
She
I
looks
was
at
checking to see
you
if I was muted for a second.
Oh Lord!
and narrows her eyes.
I'm sorry.
But with it thou mayst blow thy...
She narrows her eyes at
Oh
you a little
Lord!
bit.
Sorry.
Thy hand grenade, but with it thou mayst blow thy enemies to tiny bits in thy mercy.
Now we know why he stays muted, because he plays these sounds.
Not once, but twice. Is the voice recognition for squinting or narrow? That's awesome.
Oh God.
Who are you to ask?
Just curious.
What? Yeah, and she'll she's like, I don't know you. I'm happy to share the information that I have shared. But where I get my information is immaterial. The information is coming from multiple sources, I'll say that. From multiple cities, multiple towns.
Right.
In high places.
You're right. None of my business.
Well,
I'm
except for
just a
she,
simple traveler that saved your life, is all.
except for you kind of brought it up to us, so why would you start to tell us and then tell us it isn't our business?
Because I started pulling at it like a string.
I told you the information that I told you. I did not suddenly begin to explain where I gathered my information.
This is the type of person who makes a scene and then acid roll what they're looking at. I'm gonna just stop paying attention to her. She is bothering me with her secrets.
Secrets.
Keep your secrets then.
I mean, technically, it's all just curiosity on our part anyway, so we don't really have a ton of reasons to pry for secrets.
Well, and you are a cat, though.
I know, I know.
How cats are. So.
That's why I said I was pulling up the strings. Alright, I'll go back to cooking whatever we're eating.
I will. And she says, I will. Just so you know, I will see you paid for this escort to the city because it is important.
Wow, that's much appreciated.
Yeah, I appreciate that as well.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. He moves over here, away from her.
Cool.
The rest of the trip is traveled in awkward silence.
The rest of the trip is in utter silence. Not a single person speaks.
No one ever says a word.
Yeah, small talk and whatever. And you.
Well, no, I'm constantly asking Daldo about his map making. You know,
Caleb and I share inside jokes, or Callum and I share inside jokes.
Sorry, this is going to be like my running gag, JP.
I know. I'm aware. I am fully in.
It's karma for the last game.
I am fully in support of it.
Teed it up. Eventually, the massive city of Baldur's Gate looms before you, and in short order, you find yourself in its walls. And where would you like to go?
Well, let's bring her where she wants to go first. Drop her off, see her.
Do we have
on her
to?
way. Yeah.
I'm
split
gonna
up.
go to the three old kegs.
Well, then maybe Craiglar should go with you so he can get us our money. Well,
If he must.
well, if our job is to bring you here, then once you get to where you're going, that's where we're going to get paid.
Yes. Well, the gnome is hardly going to pay you.
You don't know that.
Out of character, I don't.
She said she was gonna. Right. Well, I'll pick a spot that I know of in the city where we can reconvene after we've dropped off our various charges before the plot hook drags us back in.
I thought I was out, and they dragged me back in.
I keep looking over my shoulder for the plot hook.
So who goes to Syndra's?
I'll go with her.
Or near Syndra's building. Okay. So
would
Fletcher,
I
you
would
go.
accompany him.
All right. So the three of you head to the Merchant District, or near the Merchant District, to a fairly large manor house, and
There's no subtle "be right back, Brian." It zooms right in on your token.
I was wondering why my map moved.
Yeah.
So you make your way to the house, and Thimdi says, "You may. I suggest you come in, and we can arrange recompense for your troubles." And the three of you head inside. She knocks lightly, and a tall elven woman comes to the door and opens up.
Hey, Matt.
Yeah.
We're dropping her off, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Can I try and move my spider onto or kind of like to maybe try and put my spider somewhere on Thimby.
A sneaky sneak who's sneaky.
Okay. Can you? I'm not gonna make you roll. In your walk toward the Merchant District, there's ample opportunity to.
She's got like a backpack or something where, because he's small enough, she probably wouldn't notice the weight, and I just want to have him hide out. Like in her pack would be great. I just need to hear.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, you can. Yep, the familiar nestles itself in the wrinkles of her cloak in the hood. All right. So to the door comes, or the door is answered by a tall elven woman with red hair, and she's dressed in fairly upper class commoner clothing. She opens the door and she says, Thimdi, come on inside.
Is this the woman in question?
This is not Syndra.
Okay.
So, but you know that this is Syndra's house.
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah. And she kind of looks at the two of you, and you are
her escorts. We found her in a bit of distress on the road, and we brought her here for you.
Yes,
they there, but alive.
They did. We were in a bad place, or I was in a bad place, and they helped me out. So I would like to speak with Syndra and arrange for some sort of prize or fee or something to give them for their troubles. Oh yes, Syndra's in the sitting room. If you go on back there, it's fine. So the three of you leave that the woman and head to a sitting room. There's a fireplace going, and there's an old woman, not ancient, but gray hair, and she's covered in a blanket, and she doesn't look entirely well, sitting by the fireplace. And she turns her head and acknowledges Thimdy and eyes the two of you.
Okay. If I had ever had any run-ins with her at all, there's probably not a lot of tabaxi floating around Baldur's Gate, so she'd probably remember unless we've never actually had personal run-ins.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you have not had any personal with her. You're just aware of who she is. All
right, I'll kind of lean. If Thimdy is sitting next to me, I'll kind of lean in and say, "She all right?"
And she, Thimdy, kind of shakes her head, and I don't know. Syndra, these two. So Thimdy goes over the ordeal and how you helped her and escorted her back, and Syndra looks at you and she says, "Thank you very much. I've been looking forward to this meeting with Thimdy for a while now. I will see. Let's see. She reaches down to the side, and she's like, Ramalia. She calls Ramalia, and the elven woman comes into the room. And Syndra says, "Could you please fetch my that small chest that's in my office?" And with a quick nod, Ramalia leaves and comes back and is carrying a little chest and gives it to Syndra. She opens it and pulls out a satchel.
Quick question. You get a second.
Yeah. Go ahead.
While this is happening, what's the layout of the room?
Is
there windows nearby?
Yeah, there's windows along the side opposite where Syndra is facing. So where they're at your backs.
While everyone is distracted with the fetching of that, I would like to have my familiar exit wherever he's hiding on Thimby and head towards a window, but still within listening distance.
How small is your familiar?
It's a tiny spider.
Tiny spider?
Yeah, it's just like a
very tiny spider.
Okay.
Can't do anything in combat, but
right.
It's pretty useful.
Yeah.
And I would not at all broadcast it. Like,
okay.
I wouldn't, advertise the fact that I have it. This thing stays hidden most of the time. But
I just think you have a weird fascination with spiders.
Okay, yeah. So the spider, you note that the spider is crawling away. Syndra rifles around in the satchel, and she empties part of it back into the chest, and then hands it over to in your direction. This should hopefully cover your troubles.
I'll give it a quick once over. How much is there?
It's 40 gold.
Nice.
Not bad.
I'm just going to throw that in party treasure.
All right.
40.
Good man.
And she says, I thank you for your help with Thimdy, but we have some business to attend to, so...
Of course. Then I suppose Callum and I will be on our way. It was nice meeting you. Nice meeting you.
She nods. And then she coughs into her
We can
wrist.
see ourselves out.
Hi. Ramalia helps you see yourself out.
Okay. How far away is this room from like the street? I've got a 100-foot range. I want to try and. Is that a?
Yeah.
So
I mean, the house isn't that massive, right? Like,
Okay.
it's not Matt. So,
Yeah, I just want to try and stay. If I have to go, outside the house, that's fine. If I don't think that I can make it, I would like to ask if I could use the washroom. So if I'll go too far away by leaving the house, I want to ask to use the washroom as the elf is escorting us.
you the house isn't that massive, such that 100 feet would be far away. So you could usually find an alleyway or even another building nearby if you wished to. Yeah.
I'm going to ask Fletcher to just stand by, and then I am going to concentrate all my senses on my familiar.
Well, yep, that's fine. We'll find a bench outside. Like, you need a little rest again.
As his eyes roll back in his head.
Yeah.
Right. So your vision changed from your own to the very strange vision of your spider, and you start picking up a conversation. Worse than I feared. Reports are coming in from Waterdeep, from Candlekeep, from as far as Melvaunt. This problem is everywhere, Syndra. I don't know its cause. But what's more, the Red Wizards are mobilizing and heading to Chult, and we don't know why. And you see Syndra kind of lean back and suck in through her teeth. That means something, that's for sure. And you think you think three groups of them have gone over to Chult already? Yeah, and there's another group in the city now waiting to charter, or at least they should be here by now, probably chartering a ship out to Chult soon. So I just don't know where they're getting their information from that has caused them to send so many people out so soon after this has become a problem. Syndra is rubs her temple a little bit. I think it may actually be more than just. I don't know. I've heard word from Ramalia that it's not just resurrections that aren't happening. Anyone who has been resurrected before is coming down with an illness. And she coughs into her hand again. Just last week, there was someone in Neverwinter that was close to death, got sick, and died soon after. And this is someone who's been with the church for a long time and has done things for Helm for years. He's an old friend of mine, and I heard, and there's no reason something so simple as a tiny sickness should have taken him. But in his weakened state, it took him over the edge, and he could not return. Thimdi thinks for a moment. She says, I've Thorald, who was traveling with me, mentioned there may be answers from the Duchess of Rot. And Syndra, her eyes kind of go wide for a moment. Well, we'll have to arrange some more information gathering along that lines, because that is a dangerous path to travel. We could lose a lot of people finding that information. And Thimdi says, looks over, then, well, I'll take Romalia and we'll reach out to our contacts and see what we can mobilize. And Syndra gives a nod and coughs again into her hand, and Thimdi stands up and leaves the room. Cut to the other group.
I think she's sick. I think that old lady got resurrected.
Yep. That's what I'm thinking.
Something like
You approach. You find your way to the Three Old Kegs. It is a massive 4-story building, well known in Baldur's Gate, Kraglar, you know from your time in the city that it's regarded as one of the better inns in Baldur's Gate. It is not rowdy, it's not ruckus, it is comfortable, and it has great food.
Right. Of course, that's where it will be.
Can we actually afford that place?
What's that?
Can we actually afford it?
Well, no, it's just this is where he was supposed to go.
It's pricey. That's where. Yeah, this is where
This
Anders.
is the rendezvous point.
Anders is muted.
That's because I'm not saying anything.
Well, say something. I
I
asked you if we can afford this place.
Perhaps the question should be, can you afford this thing?
Well, I'm sure they have a stables.
So, you make your way in the door of the Three Old Kegs. Yep. It's the place is furnished with. So you walk in and it feels like home or many homes. The common area is large and open. There's mismatched furniture everywhere, but it's sturdy and well worn. It has seen so many rear ends sitting upon them, but it's furniture that looks like it was taken from a home rather than built for a tavern. There's a nice clamor in the room. It's not overly crowded. There's some barmaids going around distributing drinks, and a fairly lively bar section with a mismatched array of stools. There is in the corner. There's a large set of couches. There's a very lavishly dressed man surrounded by a retinue of people holding on to every word that he is saying, whatever it is he's saying.
Do I recognize the man?
You recognize the man from the drawings you've seen of him. That is Volo.
Okay. I immediately make my way that way. Actually, no. I take that back. I make a side trek to the bar.
All right.
Buy myself a drink. and then make my way to the couches.
Has Chris done Volo as well?
No, but Volo is in the Dungeon of the Mad Mage.
Oh, okay.
His token is in the Yawning Portal Tavern. Or I put him there. I put him out there. He's one of the guys that can give quests.
Oh, no.
So, just like, they better let it. So make sure you give him a really annoying voice so that Chris can try to replicate.
Yeah.
He'll just decide he's not there.
So as you approach, Volo is telling some tale about the gnolls that he has studied in his book, his guide to monsters, that is the talk of the city and has been for a long time. And his eye catches yours for a moment, and he says, "Oh, welcome! Come over here and have a seat. These tales are worth hearing, and you don't have to pay me for them. That's this."
Is Volo human? I think he is, right?
Yeah, he's human. Yeah.
Excellent. Excuse me, I don't mean to cut the story. I would love to hear your stories, but I believe that you are looking for someone befitting of a task of my caliber.
He laughed. What are you talking about?
And I produce him the letter, and I hand it to him.
Oh, you're from the guild! Yes, I was looking for a junior map maker.
I look for a second like I'm about to correct him by not saying junior. No, not junior. But I don't say anything.
Okay.
I just have that look on my face like, that's not quite right.
Guess whose nickname is now Junior?
Junior.
Wait.
Yes, just give me a few more minutes. I am almost finished with my story, and then these fine people can go their way and we can talk in another room.
Yeah, Junior.
Anyways, as I was saying, and he turns and he goes on for a good 15 minutes about Knowles. He signs, I don't know if you stay around or not, but he's...
No, I slowly sip my drink looking a little miffed. Like
he wraps up his story.
He called me Junior. The gall of those people.
He wraps up his story, which feels a little far-fetched to you. No. But a few people lean over and ask for his signature, and he signs various things and body parts, and he stands up with a flamboyant wave of his hand. He says, "All right, come with me, young man." And he points to... Are the rest of you around him? Or...
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Very much enjoying things.
It's like for the first... it's like the first time he actually noticed the crowd, his eyes lock onto Daldo. Oh, totally! Great, sure. Yes, you come too. Let's talk.
I puff out my chest a bit and follow.
He's a map maker too.
These people that are getting so close to you are with you.
Yes. Fortunately, yes.
Oh, you're a priest of Tamora. A luck bringer, whatever a coin dangler, I don't know. But that's interesting. Map maker and priest.
Yes, let's...
Come back here.
Continue.
So he leads you and he waves, and he says, he holds up 5 fingers to a barmaid, and you guys walk into a private room. And he says, "All right, sit down. Yes, this is important business. Important business.
I feel like I have so much to learn from you.
Oh, you do. Do you have a copy of my book?"
I do back in my abode.
Yes. Well then.
Deception.
Okay. Go ahead, roll it.
Son of a bitch.
I want to roll insight then.
Well. Well, clearly, you should probably read it. Multiple times. And tell your friends. Anyway, that's beside the point.
I turn to Daldo and Jotun, and I'm like, we should all read it many, many, many times.
Yes. So.
And I turn to Daldo, and I'm like, especially you.
So I contacted the Cartographers Guild, and
yes, I am a member of the Cartographers Guild. And
yes,
I turn towards Daldo.
I quietly say junior member.
I am. Are you a member of the Cartographers Guild? Do I have 2 cartographers in my presence?
I am a cartographer, but there was no cartographers guild in the Black Jungle where I made maps and was a tour guide.
The jungles? What jungles?
It's the Black Jungle.
Ah. There's quite a Yuan-Ti presence there, isn't there? They are interesting.
Yes.
Very dangerous.
A bit terrifying, yeah. Yes.
Well, for some. Yes, for some. I've written about them in my book. If you want to know anything about Yuan-Ti, I really suggest you find a copy of my book and read that section, and then if you go back to the Black Jungles, you will be prepared. Anyway.
Yes, you should read it many times.
So you know maps as well. That's great. And are the other you 2 cartographers as well? Did they send to me 4?
No. I was simply looking for a map maker.
Well, you found one!
2? Daldo and this other guy.
I was just hired as an escort. Wait, that came out wrong. I was hired as protection.
Ah.
I think you'll find that came out wrong as well.
I give up.
I think... I think you'll need more people for what I'm hopefully going to hire you for. Let me explain myself. I am writing another book.
You don't say.
I do say, and this book is about an unexplored area of the world. It is Chult. You've heard of it, perhaps?
Yes,
it's Peninsula.
Many times. I've heard it many times.
Inception.
Not much is known of Chult. The Lord's Alliance is attempting to map out Chult to rob everyone of the riches there. The denizens. I care about
riches,
Yes.
There
unexplored lands always have riches.
Gold?
And some of the bounty is just the knowledge of the trees and the fauna. And that's what I care about. I am mapping it out on my own. And here's where you come in.
Okay.
The crew that I sent over to Chult has gone
It's gone what?
You kind of
missing.
missing.
You lost your map makers?
Dun dun
They-
dun!
They have mapped out much of Chult, and that map is incredibly valuable. That is what I want. I would love the map and the crew returned to me. And, or, if you would like to take up the, if you find them, you can join them and continue to map out Chult. Or if they are otherwise exposed or missed, you can continue their task. It will pay well.
What does
You count me in.
what is paying well? What number are we looking at? What is well for you?
Well, for me, it's different than a junior. I will say, I will clearly pay your expenses to get to Chult. I would pay for your gear to travel Chult. I would give you a signed copy of my book. And, upon reclamation of the map, 2,000 gold.
Each?
Yes.
No,
Well,
no! You want to make me a pauper?
Oh, come on, my good man. You're famous all over the continent.
Of course I am. This map is priceless, you see? And if we get it before the Lord's Alliance, that's why it's worth such a princely sum.
Of 2,000 gold split 8 ways. 6 ways.
8 ways? There are 4 of you!
So what you're telling me is 500 gold is a princely sum.
Meanwhile, the rest of us are like 500 gold.
Wait a minute.
I don't know where you grew up.
I'm just I accept that. That sounds great. I would love to explore a new area and possibly make 500 gold.
And you bring up a great point. The reward itself is the travel and journey and mapping of Chult. I would even put your name in the index of my book. Volo's Guide to Chult. And what's your name?
His name is unimportant.
My name is Daldo.
Daldo. And what's your name?
Who's he looking at?
You. Oh yeah, you can't see who I'm looking at on my screen.
No.
That's weird. We're making eye contact, baby. Can't you tell?
My name is Ender Finch.
Oh yes, it was on the letter you gave. Right. Ender Finch. Yes, Ender Finch. Daldo and Ender Finch. In the back of the book, where everyone goes when they finish reading. What do you say? Daldo's in.
Of course he's
Sounds good to me.
I mean, I could be the only one of us two map makers to have a part in this mapping of an uncharted area, if that's the way you want it.
No. I am far superior map maker. I will take up this mantle and carry it to the finish line.
If you continue the journey and map out If they, I know they have not finished mapping out all of Cholt. If you do, I will pay even more handsomely.
Yes, because you will be using my maps in your book.
Well, they're technically my maps. You are but my fingers and my eyes.
Of course.
But I see your point, Types. I understand the draw to be in reference to my book. So the details. Let's cut to the other group real quick. What are you doing? So Thimdy has left the room. Syndra is alone.
Okay. Is there a window that's open? First off.
Yes. Yeah.
If it's feasible to go out, if it looks like I could do it without being noticed, I will take the window. Otherwise, I think I'm just going to dismiss my familiar into a pocket dimension and call it good. So if it's
a spider crawling up a wall is not. You could make it out a window, you believe.
Okay. So then, as soon as Thimby leaves, I am going to return to my senses, and the spider will make its way back towards me, and then I am going to relay what I heard to Fletcher. I believe Thimby told us about the resurrection issue, right?
Mm-hmm. She did.
So I'm going to let Fletcher know that it's a little bit more serious than that. That whatever is affecting resurrections may also be affecting those who have been resurrected before, as well as everything I heard about Cholt and parties heading to Cholt.
The Red Wizards, yeah.
Yeah, the Red Wizards too.
Mm-hmm.
We've probably had dealings with them in Baldur's Gate for sure. Or at least their reputation. That's concerning. Good. Well, that's concerning. Concerning?
Concerning.
Well, that's higher than my pay grade.
Yes, but what of this expedition?
Thinking about signing on?
Who knows what knowledge we could find or treasures?
Oh, I like that second part. We could ask Craglaw, see if he's up to it.
I think we should find out more about this party. See if we can... I still have some contacts. Let me see if I can find more. Something of an expedition like this would require a great deal of planning, and where there's planning, there will be coin to spend. If I know anything, I know that the guild will have their hand in parts of this.
Right.
And then I think with that, once my familiar is back, I think we'd set off
Lead on
to meet up with the others.
Yeah, do we know where they are? I don't know if we know where they went.
Throughout the journey, I would have said it.
Oh, yeah.
Multiple times.
Loudly and often.
Yeah. Okay. Well, if they're still there, we can check there first before we go back to insert rendezvous location here. And we'll head in that direction.
All right. You make your way to the three old kegs, and they are not in the common room when you go in there, but you do know that that Volo is in the house, and is off in a room talking with someone. There's a sort of a cluster of people that are sitting very close to those doors. Not necessarily listening, obviously, but fanboying it. Yep.
Walk up to those people and say, "Have you seen a humanoid turtle around here?"
Oh yes, in the room with Volo.
Of course. And I'm just going to head in that direction.
What? But so you whip open the door, and Volo cuts off and says, "And now to details." And the door opens.
Before I even see who it is, I say, "Excuse me, this meeting is for serious map makers only." And then I turn, and oh.
I just look at Volo and go, "I'm with them. We're with them."
They are our companions.
Yes. Come in.
Volo goes, 6. I get it now.
Yes, close the door. I was just going over details. You're going to Chult. Congratulations.
Yeah, we are going to definitely look at each other like, what?
We were just about to go over the details.
Yes. Details.
So he fishes around in a little satchel at his side, and he slams something down on the table. It's a stone about this big, and it's got some etchings in it. It's really smooth. Do you know what this is? Of course you don't. This is a sending stone. It's a magic item. It's one half of a set of sending stones, and this is how I was communicating with the other map-making party. They stopped communicating 3 weeks ago. This is the problem for me. And he passes it over to...
So this is a rescue op.
Oh, no. Also, a map making. Daldo and Junior are going to pick up where they left off if they can't continue.
My name is not Junior.
We're collaborating on my new book about Chult. It's a guide to Chult.
Right. I don't read.
You know they have dinosaurs there.
What is the dinosaur?
They are giant lizards with teeth.
So dragons then.
Very sharp and long.
No, I have seen dinosaurs, and they are not dragons, but they are frightening.
To some. Yes. Anyways, Chult is beautiful and dangerous. There's something about, diseases and undead and what it doesn't matter. But this other group came up missing as they were exploring the northern part of Chult. They'd only been there for 2.5 months, perhaps? 2.5 months. Anyways, this sending stone, we spoke every couple of days, and when they stopped communicating, I got worried, of course, and after a couple of weeks, I sent word to the Cartographers Guild to find any map makers nearby that, well, eventually we had to, well, we sent a message to you, I suppose. You're close, and we have ships that are going to Chult, and I can fund them, if you will accept the task. This group, it was a group of 7 people, were near, they called it, there was a temple in the vines, I guess, near a river. And there was they called it Camp Righteous. Yeah, yes, Camp Righteous. Order of the Gauntlet. You've heard of them, right? Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Order of the Gauntlet. Anyway,
how close will we be getting by ship?
Oh, Port Nyanzaru. It is a bustling city, a trade city in Chult. That's as far as you'll go. That's where my funding will stop. And then to go into the jungle, it's a journey. You can't take horses. Dinosaurs, however, that's an option.
And you said you'd fund you'd provide us with provisions.
Yes.
As well?
Yeah. I would see that you have provisions ready to go into the jungles of Chult. Bug spray, that's important. Water catchers.
That's cool.
Food, rations, yes. Mm-hmm. Rope, always important. A 10-foot pole. Straight.
The old standbys, yes.
Yes. I could go on for days about the different things you need to take with you in the jungle and explain it to you, and you could pick it up, or I could just arrange it for you in a nice package.
That works. No explanation needed.
What about...
You know jungles. I mean, you... What?
Yeah.
Oh, they're local guys.
Yes, yes, I highly recommend a guide. They are run by, there's... Port Nyanzaru is interesting. Not quite like Baldur's Gate, it's not quite like Waterdeep, it's big and it's controlled by merchant guilds. There is one fellow who runs all the guides. They have to be purchased through him and pay tribute to him. So through him, they are well-known guides that have signed on to that merchant guild, and they'll take you wherever you want to go in Chult, as far as they're willing, I suppose. But they know the jungle. They know the jungle.
Do you know if that is the same guild of guides that the previous party took?
It is. There's only guides through the guild. Everyone else is killed. Or arrested and then killed.
So they entered the city the same as we're going to. So we might be able to find a trail.
There's other ways. I mean, Nyanzaru, our ships go. There's Fort Belarian. The Flaming Fist controls that, so... North Alliance, that's the problem.
Where did the map makers come in?
When do the map makers come in?
Where did they come in?
Nyanzaru, yes.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so we should just try and follow their tracks. And the merchants who provide people with guides may know where the guides started.
Right.
So we might be able to pick up a trail.
So, find map makers, make maps, find treasure, get rich. Think I know everything I need to know.
That.
And a signed copy of your book, right?
And a signed copy of my book. Ahead of time, I would give it to you before you leave.
For each of us? Or just one?
Are you trying to make me a pauper?
Yes.
One signed copy is very valuable. You can share it. Pass it
Would you
around.
be offended if we just sold it?
You're using your.
You're joking. Yeah, no one would sell them. They're priceless. It's like having a magic item. Yes,
You said the inside voice parts out loud there. Right, it's settled then. When do we leave?
I go where the map maker goes. I look at Daldo.
The map maker. Perfect.
It's funny. I only see the map maker on Anders' token.
Can we change this to say junior map maker, please?
That was so perfect.
One word of wisdom. I have a few. I have lots of words of wisdom. The first one would be keep the map making on the down low, unless you want to fall on the wrong side of the.
Cut out.
Oh, you said that.
Yeah, you said on the wrong side, and then you just went away.
Oh,
The
on the
guys
wrong
might
side
be
of the
up.
Lord's Alliance.
Ah. Do I know the Lord's Alliance?
The Lord's Alliance is a group that is aligned with the Flaming Fist.
Okay.
I would have
it's,
mentioned them. From
yeah.
what
So
Sandra-
Right.
Oh no, that was
The-
actually Volo. My bad.
yeah, Volo was talking about it.
Yeah.
There's a number of cities in the Sword Coast that have aligned together to eliminate threats in Schult, and hopefully leave space open for people to journey out and reclaim relics or items of interest and wealth and bring them back.
Officially sanctioned people, of course.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the Lord's Alliance is, as Volo had mentioned, is funding cartographer groups to go around and try to map Schult.
Okay. Well, I'm ready. I'm ready now. I don't want to spend any more time in Baldur's Gate than I have to.
There's occasionally ships going to Schult. Trading City is, as always. I don't know the schedules, but I will fund the journey. So,
We find the ship and you pay for it. Is that it?
exactly. Yep.
Got
That's
it.
right. I think if you wait here for the evening, I can get a couple of options available to you.
You pay for a room CH2?
If you sign on officially, yes.
Give me a pen.
I just need a handshake,
Because I can't.
and you have to sign these papers.
If you die, you will not hold us responsible.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. All the fine print. Sign here, sign here.
I sign it and then I say, Caleb, look that over later, would you? After I've signed everything.
Ander, your signature as well.
I thought we were doing a handshake.
And signatures.
That's the most important thing. You get to touch my hand. And also the signature for legal reasons. It's for the Cartographers Guild.
Right. I sign.
I
All
sign. After Delvo does.
After Dalver does. He pays for your rooms at the Three Old Kegs. He finds his way back to his crowd of adoring fans. And
Sorry to keep them waiting.
yeah, you guys have that room if you guys want to talk about anything or wait.
Party?
What?
Partying?
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm gonna go find a drink, something to eat. Take advantage of this rich, fancy place while we're here.
Yep.
Yeah, this is definitely the kind of place that we always talked about going. Me and my friend.
Eat and drink you do then.
Yes.
Very good stews, mutton,
We listened to
excellent
Volo
wines
prattle on
and
about
beers.
his discoveries.
What's that?
We listened to Volo prattle on about his discoveries.
Exactly. Yep. He often tells the same tale over again as new people wander in and out of the crowd. A lot of it feels like bullshit, mixed with glimmers of truth.
Sounds like
Let
an
me tell you
NPC
about
in
my
Need for Speed.
trouser beast.
I want to let the party know that we spoke to, or we accompanied Themby, and without giving too many details, I'm just
Like
going to
a
let
familiar?
them know. Yeah, I'm just going to let them know that Volo is definitely glossing over the potentially the undead and the sickness that he mentioned very quickly, and just let everyone know that it's not just resurrections, but potentially affecting those who have been resurrected, and so that the danger of whatever is out there could be greater than they're letting on.
You would think the whole government would be on this. Maybe they don't know.
I'm guessing this isn't something that's widely known.
We'll just tell everybody.
Let's just spread the word.
Start the panic. Well, I would imagine that there's a certain class of people that can afford to be resurrected, and they probably know. Because I don't know that this would affect the common everyman.
Right.
Right. It's a rare person that has the gold to pay for resurrection.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, did you say that we got paid for her too?
No, we didn't say that.
For Finby.
We didn't say that.
Good point.
I mean, I would have, been okay with just splitting that two ways, but someone, former guard, Mr. Law-abiding.
That's the reason why I quit the guard.
Yeah.
So everyone's good dicks.
Yes. She did pass on her things in the form of payment.
Half of whatever my share is, I need to take. The rest can stay in the party treasure.
See how much is
Half of your share?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, are you gambling?
well, it's
Timing?
six,
No, I gotta
six
go.
gold each.
All right. Well, that's not very much to give away. I don't know how much
No,
gold is worth, to be honest.
that's why I said
It'll go to the poor urchins.
I mean, gold is extremely valuable. I mean, you can live a completely lavish lifestyle on 2 gold per day. Like that is living it up.
Is there a temple of Selune in town?
There is the
Alright.
Temple of Selune.
Damn, your
I
god.
take my leave early and go give my half of my share to the temple. So
Jesus. 50% tithe?
Different party loot. Just so you guys know.
Say what?
what's that?
I took my 6 gold share and removed it from
Okay, yeah.
the party loot.
I just noticed it was missing. Yeah, anybody wants to take theirs can take it.
Damn, I see what kind of party this is going to be.
It's going to leave 4 left over after everybody grabs their gold.
Well, no, I'm leaving my other half there. I decided
Alright,
that my
so-
character was giving away half his money every day, time. So
All right, I got it down to 31 now, so...
Cool. So yeah, you go to the temple, you do your donations, you say whatever prayers you have learned recently that you think you should say.
I'm trying to be pious, goddess. You don't know what it's like out there.
All these heathens around me.
The rest of you have a very as enjoyable an evening as you wish to have, and with morning comes a note that's delivered to you as you're sitting around for breakfast. Volo is nowhere to be seen in the morning, but the note is more of a bulleted list signed with Volo's name.
Hey, Matt.
Yeah.
How certain am I that we are the party that Thimby and Cinder were talking about? Or
You're pretty sure you're not that party.
okay, that's what I was.
They were talking about red wizards, and as far as you know,
Okay.
you're not a red wizard.
As far as you know.
Did you shoot the food? I don't think so.
It's pretty obviously that Cragler probably is. I mean, it looks like he's got a red shirt, so. Yeah.
Yeah, no. In that conversation, it was around the discussion of red wizards.
Okay, so
Okay.
I must have missed that.
So
I would also then tell of a potential red wizard party that's going the same time frame we are.
now for so Callum would know this, and could explain to the group, for those who don't know who the Red Wizards of Thay are. They are a group of wizards that are known to be not quite. No one would classify them as good. It is a group of wizards that is run by a known lich. And
or whatever his name is.
Wizard Nazis.
yeah, wizard Nazis. That's a pretty good explanation.
Last time I checked, they were trying to buy influence by having all these magic shop enclaves all over the continent.
Mm-hmm. They're very interested in power and magic and reclaiming relics and exerting their influence over whomever stands against them or could stand against them. The note is a list of ships and their departure times that in next week or so. There is a ship called the Kraken's Tickle that is leaving in 2 days. It is commissioned by the Order of the Gauntlet at the moment, but they are open to additional people to help pay the way.
Please take that one.
We're called passengers.
There's a ship, a trading ship leaving named the Umberlee's Blessing, and that's leaving in. So the first one is leaving in 2 days. The Umberlee's Blessing is leaving in 4, and the Oubliette is leaving in 7 days.
Pick the soonest one.
And there is one that's leaving tomorrow.
Let's take the one that's going to cost Volo the most money. No.
The one leaving tomorrow is a footnote at the end saying, "This is leaving tomorrow. It's not going to Port Nyanzaru. It's going to Fort Belarian. It's called Seize the Day, SEAS the Day, and it's being populated by Flaming Fist folks heading to Fort Belarian."
Let's not take that one. How about the next one, the one that leaves in 2 days?
Yeah.
Kraken's
the one that's going where they went.
Do we have any kind of a map of Chult at all, like a baseline region map? No.
There are no maps of Chult that are in circulation anywhere. It's
I asked Daldo if he has any maps for the area around Chult.
No, I've never been.
Like, we don't even know how far away is the 2 forts from each other, kind of thing.
Right. So you in the evening you can talk with some of his retinue, Vola's retinue, or other. You could do some information gathering about Chult and what is known. The Port Nyanzaru and Fort Belarian are fairly close on the peninsula. It's a long journey by foot, but by boat it's fine. There are pirates that patrol the waters around the northern section of Chult and its east and west sides, but up toward the north. Though you also hear rumor that ships from Baldur's Gate aren't harassed by pirates all that often, if ever. But ships that do go to Port Nyanzaru, there's a fear from captains of that journey, regardless of the lack of pirates, and they talk of the dangers in the waters.
Oh.
So
safe ship it is.
Yeah. Let me look at him.
But that last one's a pirate guy, then. If he's willing to brave the dangerous waters. Or he has something there he needs.
2, 3, 4, 5. Port Nyanzaru and Fort Belarian are about 6-ish days apart by foot.
Yeah, the extra day in Baldur's Gate is worth more to us than 6 days of foot travel just to leave a day early.
100%. Yep.
Especially where we're going to follow at least, or start from where they did.
It's a day in luxury in a fancy hotel versus 6 days of hard trek through a thick jungle filled with bugs. That's a tough one. When you put it that way.
You also gather in your evening that not many people leave the walls of Port Nyanzaru because the jungles are so incredibly dangerous. Obviously, their guides do leave the city, and there are treks into the wilderness to get resources, and that's one of the things that are traded at Port Nyanzaru. But only the seasoned people can make those journeys.
We have Daldo. We'll be fine.
Daldo, you're all set.
Exactly.
So, well, one thing that you should add to your loot, you're given the other half of the sending stone, the pair of sending stones.
So we can keep trying to make a call.
Yeah.
How do I edit it besides just putting money in it?
If you go to the biography, yeah.
We get the one that's paired with the one that is lost, or we get a new one that's paired with
He's
Bolo?
keeping the one that's lost. He's giving us
No.
new.
Oh,
He's
he
giving
got
you
back the one.
paired with the other one.
Okay, so yeah, so we basically might be able to communicate with them if we.
But we're
They
not
pick
able
it
to
up
communicate
finally.
with him.
Correct.
Right.
That's weird.
That's what I
However,
thought.
However, this is something I should have said. If you find one half of it, he wants it delivered back to him in Baldur's Gate, so he can talk to you.
Did you say we added this? I can't seem to figure it out.
Just go
So-
to party loot, and then there's an inventory tab and a biography tab, and then you can just
Right.
edit it.
Well,
So
it's not.
If you mouse over,
I can change the money values, but I can't add sending stone anywhere to it.
look at the stream.
Yeah, if you mouse over it, there's a little.
Look at the stream, Jeremy. You'll see.
It's not open. Hold on.
It will be.
No, I mean the stream's not open for me.
Oh,
well,
I added it.
here's what's
I
planned.
added it.
Okay.
So what you do, Jeremy, is you go to biography, mouse over it, and there's a little edit icon that pops up that you can click, and it will turn it into something.
right.
You can type in. Yeah.
I'm not even seeing the sending stone on the thing yet. So
Oh, weird.
where would it even be showing up? I think maybe I'm looking in the wrong spot.
Yeah.
Under
so
biography.
you got inventory.
Oh, yep, there it is.
There you go.
So the party loot's backstory is that it had a sending
Yes,
stone.
exactly.
That's right.
It's a
It's super
weird,
weird.
you know.
Okay.
I don't understand it, but
Because there's all this empty space on the front here that I would expect to see
right.
Yeah.
showing up. Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of dumb.
Well, basically,
Well, now I know.
it's a character, sort of.
Right.
Right.
One thing I would like to potentially do, and I would probably at least run it by Fletcher, I would like to see if we couldn't make contact with Thimby again.
I mean, we know where to find her.
Well, we know where to find Syndra, and I don't know if Thimby's staying with her.
True. But we know how to get in touch with her.
With Thimby?
Yeah.
How?
I'm sure Syndra knows how to get in touch with
Well,
her.
I don't want to approach Syndra.
Well, then you made it a little bit more difficult.
Right. Because if I can't get in touch with Thimby, I just want to talk to her, express my concern and condolences for the health of Syndra, and that hopefully whatever sickness seems to be befalling those who have been resurrected is not affecting her. And then casually let her know that we're heading to Chult. I just want to see.
Just drop it in a random conversation.
Well, I want to pass it off as I know much more than she, would have given us credit to, and see how she reacts. Because I'm not sure what her deal is, but both of them seem to be very interested in Chult, and I would like to. I want to get more information. I don't like going in there. I feel like people aren't telling us stuff.
You've got a day to kill.
Right, that's what I'm thinking.
And I also, I would like to sell off some things from my inventory if that would be possible during the next day. Just have a bunch of stuff I don't need.
You can get half price. You can get half price for anything.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Yep. Callum, you've got some criminal contacts in the city. Can you roll your investigation for me, please?
Yes, sir.
With advantage.
All right. A little better.
You it takes you a while. But
The ship
you
leaves. I said the ship leaves.
yeah,
Dang it! It's taking too long.
Wait, guys, wait. I guess
You hear word that she is over at the Purple Worm. I think it's called. The Purple Worm Inn.
Okay.
That evening.
Worms.
Purple Worm. Time stop media swarm.
Goddamn purple worms.
Yeah, so you can happen upon her at the Purple Worm. She's sitting
Happen.
right.
I like it.
She's alone, and eating, keeping to herself.
I would politely go up and just say, "It is good to see you doing well."
Ah, Callum, is it?
Indeed.
Thank you. Can I help you?
I just wanted to pass on my condolences. It is grave to see the lady Syndra in her current condition. I hope that whatever sickness seems to be plaguing those who have been resurrected may not, perhaps is not plaguing her.
She's silent for a moment and cocks her eyebrow.
I want an insight when I say that.
Okay, go for it. She seems super weirded out by the words you are saying, the information that you seem to be divulging. She cocks her eyebrow for a moment, and she looks at you again. Who are you?
Why, no one, really. However, on the morrow, I leave for Chult.
What, pray tell, takes you to Chult?
Business. But I have heard of some of the troubles, and I just wish to pass on my condolences. If, of course, that were the case.
I will pass them along. Chult. If you... DM pause for a minute. I need to look.
Ignore this roll. I'm testing something.
Oh, yeah.
Did it add my...
If you find yourself in Chult with a need for some coin, seek out Wakanga Otamu.
Yes. Indeed, I shall. Say that name again.
Wakanga Otamu. Oh,
And did she say if I'm in Cholt or if I'm in Port Narayan, whatever?
Nyanzaru.
Nyanzaru. Okay. Which did she give any specific, or did she just say like the island?
No, sorry, I meant to say Nyanzaru if I said
Okay.
Chult.
Indeed, I shall. Enjoy your evening.
She nods and turns back to her food slowly and continues eating.
Okay, that's it.
When you leave, can you please roll your actually just roll your perception?
Perception. Will do.
Yeah. You're a little bit down the street when you see her leave the inn in a hurried pace.
Oh shit. Damn, you're making me want to follow now. I think honestly that was enough, but I would love to if I have any remaining time, I want to scour every possible contact I have to see if anyone has ever heard of Wakanga Otamu.
What time, Jeremy, do we have to stop?
I was just sending you a text message saying sometime soon, not too much longer.
Let's stop here then, and then I could get whatever information on.
And you can
On
trip
this.
a boat journey.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Okay, thank you.
That was a very fun first game.
It was.
Yes, it was. By the way, I just realized I cheated.
Oh
You
no!
cheated?
Yeah, light crossbow is two-handed. I've never used one really much before, but I have a shield, so I couldn't have had my armor class at a 19 when we had that battle.
Oh.
I thought
Well,
light crossbow was one-handed.
No, it says two-handed here. with
Unless
low
you
jump.
have the feat. If you have crossbow expert, it's one-handed.
Right. So
I
I,
think
might
then
have
you
to
get to
play around
ignore,
with that.
So you could potentially
Yeah.
dual wield light crossbows.
Yeah,
Along the feet.
you
Do they
could.
have hand crossbows?
They do, but they're much more expensive.
Is that a thing? Yeah, that's probably the one you can wield one-handed.
Yeah, it's like
it
75
is.
gold pieces versus like what is like 15 or something
Well,
crazy.
maybe if you weren't giving half your gold away, you crazy
I know.
bastard.
I'm just thinking I won't be
totally
using the
works.
light crossbow a whole lot, so I'll probably use my cantrips instead.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the hand crossbow, well, it does 1d6. That's not bad. And it's considered light.
Can't figure out how to change this so that it doesn't add my dex bonus to my offhand if I use my dagger as an offhand weapon. I guess we'll just have to
Oh, you
subtract 4.
can make a custom macro for that.
Yeah.
Jim, if you need to do any tweaking to your equipment or adjust, like, we can figure that out between now and next time. We're not so deep into the game that...
Well, it was what came with the party stuff anyway. Like you didn't have a lot of options, so I could just, if I wanted to, I guess I could just sell it off or something.
Well, what is the
There's
cost?
really a lot of alternatives, so
What is the cost of a light crossbow?
75. 25 for the light crossbow, and 75 for the hand one. So
That's a big of a difference.
Well, this is definitely a good group of weird characters.
Ed Junior. Yeah.
Junior.
Not Junior.
All right.
Thank you, everybody.
In the stream.
All right.
Thanks,
That was
guys.
fun, guys.
Cool.
Well,